Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you all are having a fabulous day and you are safe wherever you are. So what we are going to do today is guys, it's a small guide on Urus guys. Yeah, Urus. I have seen many IDs where players mess up with their Urus or don't know how to equip Urus on their character. So it is a small guide. So let's take a look at what are the game modes where we can farm Urus. So number one is Dimension Mission guys. So as you can see here, you can get a good amount of pretty good amount of Urus from Dimension Mission. So I always urge you to play Dimension Missions daily. Don't play stage 10, that is because the chance of Urus are pretty less, and if you go to stage 15, then you have a pretty good amount of chance to getting Urus. So I will always recommend to play stage 15 of the Dimension Missions. Now the next game mode where you can farm Urus is the new Epic Quest. And here you can see the Cosmic Rider gives you some crit rate, crit damage, attack speed and all Urus, and that is a pretty good. So I always play daily. I play daily these missions at least 10 times, and you can also get this from the Dangerous Sister, that is the Nebula one. And here it will provide you with HP Urus, dodge Urus, energy attack and physical attack Urus. So those are pretty good outcomes. The number 3 game mode where you can farm is the new story mode, the ultimate mode. So if you go to the alternate mode of the All Father All War 1, then you can see here, if you combine tokens, if you combine fragments, you have a good chance of getting a 6-star Uru or an Odin's Blessing. So definitely prioritize this game mode. If you don't play this one, you are missing a lot. So like I have got 4 Odin's Blessing in this month. Yeah, I have got 4 Odin's Blessing from these story chests. So the drop rates are pretty good, but it's still rare. Now the another game mode where you can farm where you can farm Urus is the World Boss Ultimate. Now you can see if your recommended boss of the day is, then he will drop the Odin's Blessing. Not to mention you can also get it from the from the Conqueror level. If you not this one, yeah, if you reached certain Conqueror levels, like here if you go to stage 80, that is pretty high, I guess you can get. Like I recently unlocked stage 60 and got an Odin's Blessing. So always try to push higher in Conqueror levels. Next is Legendary Battle. Now Legendary Battle do have drop rates on certain Urus, though it is RNG based, but it is still something. You can get Urus from there as well. So definitely play Legendary Battle as well. Now there are some other game modes which do drop Urus and Odin's Blessing, but they are pretty rare. So as you can see, Shadowland, if you go higher in Shadowland stages, and if you play around stage 35 and above, you can get some Odin's Blessing or Urus, but most of the times they are shitty. Then you can also get Odin's Blessing, Urus from completing the co-op mission. So if you complete a co-op mission, they might drop a bonus reward as an Uru. So that is also another case. Now your Alliance store do have an Uru chest, so you can purchase it once a day, and most of the time I get shafted, man, so I don't recommend this, but it is still is where you can farm Urus. So that is another case. I may have missed some of the game modes, so if you know about that, please let me know in the comments below. So what Urus you should prioritize? So these two, the physical attack and the energy attack, are the, what we say in India, it is like wheat and rice of your games, of your characters. They need them very much. Like every character either is a physical dealer or an energy dealer. Now next Uru that you should focus is the Ignore Defense Uru, because it is very important. Like it makes your character more offensive and deal much better damage. Now the third Uru that you should prioritize is a combination of 2, and that are quick damage and quick rate Urus. So quick damage and quick rate Urus are another offensive Urus which help you to max out the stats, that stat page in your character. Now these are the most important ones. Like these Urus should be the priorities or the Urus you should go. Now another defensive ones are HP, dodge, and I just put dodge just because many of you, if play ABX, then dodge Urus are very important to max out the dodge stat. Now these physical defenses and all these crappy Urus are just shit. They just take up your inventory. So what I do, I just sell them. Literally I just sell them. So like here I just sell them. I don't care about them. So that is just my case. If you farm them, then it's your choice. You are taking up your inventory. So I sometimes clean up the city Urus. And so these are the Urus that you should be focusing on: physical attack, energy attack, ignore defense, crit rate, crit damage, HP, and dodge Urus. Now recovery rate may sometimes be helpful to some characters, but I don't recommend this. Now let's talk about the basic thing that every player should know. There is a tag that your character may either be physical attacker or energy attacker. So you have to note that thing. Like here in my Scarlet Witch case, she is an energy attacking character. So what I will do, I will give her 2, because that is the max you can give, 2 energy attack Urus every slot and try to amplify them. Now many players may have been thinking that what is the best number to amplify a slot. Now definitely if your RNG is very lucky, then you can amplify all the slot, that is 5 slot, but the perfect one is the 4. Like go for 4 slots. If you get 4 amplify slots, just don't care of getting 5. Like if you want to push the rank of your character, then you can go for that. Like in Thanos case, he is a physical dealer, but you can see here his attacks are energy based. Now many players may get confused, like his attacks are energy, as you can see here, energy physical, but if you go at the very bottom, it says energy damage that is based on your physical attack. So every energy damage skills that you see is all based on his physical attack. So what you will do, you will go for the physical attack ones. Now I do put Odin's blessing on Thanos because he is an ABX meta. Maybe Dormammu will be the next one, but I still think there is no much of a difference as I saw on many of the Star Agents video. Like there is not very much of a difference between Thanos and Dormammu. So yeah. It's a pretty good investment, and yeah, you should definitely put your Odin's blessing on your ABX characters and rare cases if you love a character, like in my case Apocalypse. Now there is another tag that has been recently been introduced, if you know, like Hulk. If you see, the Hulk's attacks are based on the physical damage that is based on the HP. Now this is a very complicated skill set. Like if you see, each and every attack is based on the HP, like 36% of the HP. Now what does it mean? It means that the physical attack will take place on the base of HP. Now so that is why you should go for the HP ones. Now Hulk is not the only character that has this effect. Victorious is another character. Now definitely all attack, physical attack will not work on your Hulk or Victorious. So what I prefer, don't go for offensive ISO sets like Power of Angry Hulk, Hawkeye, or anything like that has all attack as the basic stat. Now what you want to do for Hulk, he is more of a defensive character than an offensive character. So what you want to do, you like here I have rolled binary power on Hulk just because it gives max HP, and you know, the more HP the Hulk has, the more attack he will do. So that is a perfect setup for Hulk. Now I have also given him a CDP of Regen because it also has a guard break immunity that is good for PvP, and the most important one is the max HP. Now there are characters, let me remind you again, there are 3 types of character, that is physical attacker, energy attacker, and max HP ones. These are the only 3 types that I have found in the game till now. Now Victorious is another case. If you go, if I can found her, There we go. So here she is. So if you go to Victoria's page, you can see that her skills are also based on the HP. Now here she has energy damage based on HP. Hulk had physical attack based on HP. So what you want to do, you should prioritize these characters to bump up their HP. You should bump up their HP as much as you can. Now the another thing that I would like to suggest all of you, like I have seen many of you spread your Odin's blessing all around, which you should not. You should prioritize giving Odin's blessing to your ABX metas. Now the first question that arises is, like ABX toons, I don't play ABX. Then if you don't play ABX, focus on your World Boss Ultimate toons. Now another question that arises, like the metas shift every month or so. So what we should do? So you should definitely give your Odin's blessing to the characters that can definitely hit 7 million. Like in my case, Namor, Captain Marvel, Luna Snow, these are the characters that I focus heavily. Not to mention they are World Boss Ultimate players as well. So you can get the both of the flavors, like ABX as well as World Boss Ultimate. So definitely you should not give, like I have seen many ads where players have given their Odin's blessing to someone like Black Widow, Seren Rogers. Like Seren Rogers is meta, I know, but why giving her energy attack Urus? So you should definitely avoid these things. Now I will show you how I personally build my characters on the basis of Urus. So number one thing, I just first thing I do is go to the details page. Now I will see what are the stats that I need to max out and what are the stats that I need to bump up. So here in Gambit's case, I need to bump up his ignore defense. Not to mention he is an energy attacker, so my preference will be bumping up his offensive stat, that are energy attack and ignore defense. So my priorities will be energy attack in 2 slots. Every Uru slot I will give him 2 energy attack. Now number one thing you would do is amplify. Just amplify your all your gears, every gear. Now if you don't know, you need to have your gear at 20 to amplify all the slots. So here we got the first one. Let's amplify the second one. Now these do cost a good amount of gold, guys, so that's another thing you need to consider, because what ends happening, like if you don't have that much amount of gold, what you do, you just amplify 2 of the slots and forget about the character. So that you should not do. If you have a good amount of gold, then go and amplify the slots, and if you are lucky, go for 4. Like I got 5 in one of my gears. So now what I will do from here, my first priority will be energy attack Urus. Now I will equip energy attack Urus on every slot, every gear. So 2, the maximum amount is 2. So here I am equipping 4-star Urus. So why I'm equipping 4 stars? Just because I don't want to invest a lot in those characters which I don't use very much apart from Shadowland. So here I will give him 4-star Urus. If in future he gets a uniform or anything like that, I may bump up this to 5 stars. So that is another strategy that you should follow, because the resources are limited, so you should do consider investing in good characters. Now another Uru that I will give to my Gambit is, as you saw in my details page, is ignore defense. So what I will do, I will first build up some ignore defense Urus. Again, 4-star is my priority. That is the sweet spot for an Uru. Now let's build some of my ignore defense ones. So here we go, 4-star ignore defense Urus. Now what I will do, I will put 2 of my ignore defense Urus on every slot. Now it may vary depending on your card stats. Like if your card stats have good amount of ignore defense, then you definitely do not want to give ignore defense Urus, and that all depends. That every player have different card setup, you know, guys. So it all depends on your details page. Like here I have 43, so I will bump up more ignore defense. My skill cooldown is also not maxed out, but I am not doing that just because my 4th gear is rolled on skill cooldown, and I will definitely in future will gear up this to 25. So gearing up this to 25 may give me around 3% or 4% skill cooldown, and then I will be maxed out on skill cooldown. So these are the some tips and tricks you should follow. You should not blindly go and equip Urus all around. Now another thing that I forgot to mention is you should also check the skill description of your character. Now many characters do get some frenzy buff where they get all attack, all defense, all speed and crit rate buffs. So you should also mention some of them. Like in Gambit case, his 5th skill do give him 25% crit rate. So what I would do, I would avoid giving him crit rate Urus. So these are the tips that you should consider. Like now the question arises, what we should give to the 5th one, the 5th slot that is not amplified. Now what I personally think, like if my stats are at good place, I would go for HP Urus, just because it will, survivability and HP is good thing. So what I do, I give the characters HP Urus. Like you can see, my 4th gear is rolled for skill cooldown. That is why I am not giving him skill cooldown Urus, and you should definitely avoid giving skill cooldown Urus if you have a good amount. The first thing, your card should have a good amount of skill cooldown. Like my cards still have 4% less skill cooldown. I am still working on my cards. So the 5th gear, I will put HP Urus, again 4 stars. That is the sweet spot. You don't want to waste a lot amount of Urus on certain characters like Gambit, because he is a powerhouse, don't get me wrong, but right now he's only restricted to Shadowland. He can do World Boss Ultimate, but nobody uses him. Like most of them, nobody, I can't say, because those who are fan of Gambit, they will definitely use him. So I forgot to mention the skill description. So as you can see, you should go first you should go through the skill description as well. First, go to the details page and then skill description. So as you can see here, crit rate plus 25%. So what you should avoid giving him crit rate Urus. There are many characters that get crazy amount of buffs, like crit damage, crit rate. There are many buffs that they get from this skill. So as you can see here, I have rolled crit rate 140 proc, which you should not. Just because Gambit has a good amount of crit rate. I don't know why I gave that to him. Maybe because of the Shadowland hurry. So yeah guys, that's it for today. That's my tip for you. If you like the video, please do consider subscribing the channel. Very close to 300 subscribers. Help me reach there.